In this video, I want to talk about 3 tips that you can use to become more engaging, enthusiastic, and charismatic in your next Zoom call. Your camera, the one that I'm looking at now, is the new eye contact. So when you're on Zoom calls, when you're doing a presentation online, a lot of the questions are, should I look at the screen or should I look at the camera? Here's the rule of thumb. The higher the stakes, the higher the eyes. So you want to, if you have a separate webcam, okay, you want to position it so it's at eye level because it feels like from your audience side or when you're watching now that I'm looking directly at you. I mean, even though this is a YouTube video, imagine you're on a Zoom call and it's a really important call and the first thing you say is, and you're looking down at the screen, good morning everyone, I want to talk to you today about this thing and that thing. It's completely different if you look at the camera and say, hey, good morning everyone, I want to talk to you about this thing and that thing, okay? Your webcam is the new eye contact. Now, I know that when I first got into all this online communication around 5 years ago, I felt awkward. I felt like I was good in person. Talking to this camera, to this dot, it didn't feel natural. And if I didn't say anything, it would be complete silence. I felt like I need to keep on talking, or I need to keep on looking at this dot, or I didn't feel natural. But right now, I have to say, this camera, it feels second nature to me. It's because I know when I look at the camera that there are people or you watching behind it. So again, if you want to engage people more, focus on looking at their eyes, which is your camera. Hey, I have a quick question for you. Do you want to know what's holding your speaking back? Take the speaker assessment below to find out. Here's the second tip. You want to sustain your energy. People's screens are turned off, the mics are muted, and it's just you and your space, and you have the spotlight. Most of the time, we play mind games with ourselves, and we're like, what do people think? No one's commenting, no one's speaking, no one's unmuting themselves. And so your energy goes down. So as a good speaker, what you want to do is keep on sustaining your energy. Even though their cameras are turned off, their mics are not on, you're still engaging them because you're confident in what you're saying, right? You want to keep on talking with that same enthusiasm. Now, I know some of you are thinking, oh, my topic is boring. No, that's when you want to sustain your energy even more, because when you think the things that you're talking about are boring, well, guess what? Your audience will start thinking, okay? So tip number 2, again, just want to recap, is to know how to sustain your energy. Not for 1 minute, not for 10 minutes. If you have to give a 60-minute, 30-minute presentation, throughout the whole thing. And you want to practice looking at the camera the whole time. Again, the higher the eyes, the higher the stakes, the higher the eyes. Now, if this is a team meeting, of course, feel free to look at the screen. People do understand. But of course, when they're looking at you, they want to see you looking at them. So look at the camera, sustain your energy. And the third and final tip, if you want to become more engaging, this is an easy one, but it's sometimes hard to use. You want to use the word you more. Most of the time, we use the word I, or even we, which is good, okay? I'm not saying there's anything bad with I or we, but we forget to address and use the word you. You see, when you use the word you, your audience ears will just perk up. I mean, what do you think about that, right? Even when I say the word you right now, you might just be perking up because it feels like I'm talking to you, okay? So especially when you're communicating on Zoom or online, people are not physically there, so sometimes we forget that they're around us and we can't feel that. So when you use the word you, they will feel a little bit more closer to you because they know that you're addressing them. So the next time you say something, you can take this as a challenge. How can you start off a sentence with the word you? How can you just include the word you a little bit more in there? If you don't invest in yourself, why should others? If you are serious about your speaking growth, make sure you subscribe to the channel because I'm here to help you improve as a speaker. I'd love to hear, what's one of your favorite tips from today? If you love what I said, you can watch the rest of these other videos. I have a lot more. Please drop in the comments today, what's your favorite tip that I shared?